that I was clean. The only thing that I had in my system was my medication that I would never abuse. Like, I've been very open and honest about the meds that I was prescribed since I was a kid. It's for ADHD. Other than that, I even blew zeros for alcohol. Like, I don't get how a state is even in a position to change my kid's diaper. Like, imagine being, I think there's nothing worse on this planet than, or other than that, being in a facility or a place or mostly a box where you can do nothing. But I had a computer and I could see what was being posted, and so I saw everything from the facility, but there I couldn't comment, I couldn't do anything, I could just watch, and like, I'm just in tears, sitting there helpless. I cannot do anything. I can't do anything but just watch this lady say she has my kids, and like, there's nothing that I can do about it, and like, that she could go somewhere with my kids and me not know. And the cops I had spoke to a couple days prior and showed them the paperwork, and I was like, dude, like, this isn't legit, right? Like, this lady came, and those were the same police that were here, and they were like kind of just like laughing in my face. I'm like, you guys literally told me I was fine, that like, that wasn't real, it was all BS, and cops changing your baby is crazy. I know, and people know how cops can be not good, so who knows if that person had any weird intentions. But I know for a fact, I don't know a lot, but I do know for a fact, when they go to school to be a cop, they don't get taught how to change diapers. They weren't saving my kid from a scene, you know what I mean? My kids had just eaten dinner and got laid down for bed. The only reason my son was crying and awake was because me and him were in the bed together, and I had woken up to a knock on the door. I went and opened the door, and when I walked out the door, they wouldn't let me leave. Like, they put their foot in front of the door. And then I was like, I'm gonna comply. Like, I'm complying with you guys. I promise you, like, I'm just trying to figure out the situation. I'm trying to figure out how this is even legal, how this is okay. How can you do this to me? My kids and me just had prayer, ate dinner, we're in bed. Like, and then if I do leave my son, like, while we're laying together, like, he'll cry. So my two friends were over, and they, were holding my baby just to make sure that he was okay while everything was going on, and these cops proceeded to come into my home, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, but my friends claim that they pulled out their weapons and just a lot more things that are like crazy. But for a fact, since it was on live, I did see a police officer changing my kid, and I'm gonna be honest, that made me sick to my stomach. When there was two people here that are very capable of changing my child, that I know wouldn't have looked at my child in any weird way, but for me, like, that's what DSS is for. So if DSS, like y'all claim, is involved in my life, which they are because of the internet and everything that's unfolding, they could have called them, who's trained to do that. That's their job. It is not for a police officer to change my child. Like, and my child's diaper, I know before I got up out of my bed to open the door was fine. I wouldn't be laying in bed with my child, putting him to sleep with a full diaper. So I just want to make that very clear. That looked very absurd. That looked like the cop was changing my kid's diaper because it had sat in it for days or something. That's not the case at all. Like, I'm not sure why the cop even... Anyways, moving on from that subject, like, that's just something that really bothered me, and still right now bothers me, because I don't know if that cop is a weirdo or what his reasoning is, but he felt to take it into his hands to change my child. Like, that's creepy. Like, I'm sorry. On top of that, this lady just claims that she has POA and she's not stopping. I don't know. I'm in the process right now of looking at schools. I think I found one. Bunny is going to be helping me get into a good school. I don't know. Some of y'all might be new here, but for the ones that have been following up with me for a long time, I've been talking about a lot of trying to open my own business, my own nail school and stuff, because I enjoy painting, literally. Like, I'm painting right now. We know that MJ loves paint, okay? So, like, I don't know. Doing nails would just be really fun. It's something for me that I did enjoy doing. So I'm looking at schools right now, and I've talked to her about it for a really long time. I've talked to a lot of people about it. I just never had the right guidance on how to go about getting into it. But I am so grateful to have a friend like Bunny. Year after year, people on the internet have slandered my name and done some things to make me look bad when I'm only human. And she has been like a ride or die, like solid friend. But this year was different. That like what people did to me to try and like go against me is pretty evil. It's real evil, y'all. It's really evil. It's crazy. Like I'm gonna be honest, like traumatizing. Like before, it's like, okay, we'll just do a podcast and we'll talk about it because she knows the facts. She always knows the facts. I've always been in communications with her, so she always knows what's going on with me behind the scenes of this internet shit, you know.